Good morning. I'm Jason. I'm here with you this morning. I'm here with you, M Fish, trick or treat. Good call, my friend. How many pounds of candy did you purchase this year? That is the question, my friend. That is the question. I hope you have a wonderful time today, and let me see, what are we doing today? We are talking about, my guess is we'll talk about warming up with the guitar. That's my guess. What do you think? I think Kevin is off today. I think Kevin might be off today. He'll be back on Monday, and we'll go ahead and proceed with the proceedings. Hey, Mike, M Fish. I wonder if you don't mind if I share those photographs of your trip, right? And with a little caption. What I'd like to do is I'd like to put that. I think we talked about this already, but since I have you here, we just shared Jill's, our guitar, our sister in guitar. We just shared Jill's guitar build on the YouTube right here at JC Carey Guitar on the community posts tab. So I was thinking maybe what we could do is also share some of your recent trip to, Music City and that kind of stuff. I think we have everything going. Good morning. I see Riwaz is here this morning. So did you have like a battle of the bands? Oh, at your school? So it is a tuning fork. It is a 440 tuning fork. And actually, you know what? I don't know if I can share that here or not. But let me see I don't know if I can tag that here. Let's see what we can do. I don't think I can do it from this machine, but I think I can do it from this machine. And so I don't mess anything up, I'm just going to leave it as it is and take it from there, I think. Lighting is off. I don't know what any of this stuff does. Green screen. Oh, we're not doing the green screen. We're not doing any of that. Let's see. Oops. Video. 49-second short was uploaded to your channel as unlisted. Oh, okay. Let's see. Retouch on. Oh. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. I don't think it does. Not for my face, anyway. All right, so I'll stop playing around. But this tuning fork is, like a competition, and you guys you did pretty well, you said. So this is an A440 tuning fork, which is basically I know you know this, but it's the equivalent of going up and down or vibrating, basically the equivalent of 440 times per second. And this is what the entire world tunes to. So let me see if I put this on the phone, can you hear it? Let's see. So that, my friend, it's the same as the, you got 97 out of 100. Is this, that, I'm really interested in that. So that right there is, I know if I use that tuning fork, what I also like to use mechanical tuners, such as the Snark. I don't know how they named this thing, but the Super Snark, who knows? But it clamps on the guitar's headstock like so, and then you turn it on, and then you kind of like play your string, and then it tells you, are you in tune or not? And I don't do any of that in the mornings, so what I like to do as part of my morning ritual, I like to hear the tune-up process, and I like to tune this by ear so that I can offer, I can sweeten the tuning too. Instead of using the typical sort of fret 5 on the let's say the lower string, and matching the next upper string down to the lower reference tone, what I like to do is I like to do that as well. But I also like to be sure that I'm getting this perfect. So I like to double check that tuning reference around the guitar neck. I like to have 2 or 3 different kind of checks for each string as we tune each string. Yeah, all right. So Robbie, good morning. Robbie, Music Journey Mausa. Good morning. Great to see you. Great to have you here. And congratulations, Riwaz, on the 97 out of 100 for your band work. Love to hear your band sometime. So if you ever post videos on share videos on your YouTube, love to go check it out. So keep us all informed. Robbie Smith is in the house. Good morning, Mr. Smith. Mr. Anderson. We're going to call this close enough for rock and roll. Go Led Zeppelin. Gilberto Ferreira. Did I get that close? Sao Paulo, Brazil. I'm kind of guessing now. I don't really know Espanol, but thank you for being here, Gilberto. I messed up once, it got better. Yeah, I messed up one time. I thought I was wrong, but I was really right. You ever heard that one? I love that one. A friend of mine who plays guitar in an Elton John tribute band. The Elton John tribute band is called Yellow Brick Road, and Mike is a guitar player. And Mr. Mike is just a wonderful guitar player, and he always has these funny things, funny ways of talking about guitar and being a guitar practitioner. We're old friends, emphasis on old, but what a great band. If you ever have a chance to see those guys, I would highly recommend you do so, because they are just super. So I'm still tuning this morning. Oh, you were shy. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that you overcame that. So let's go ahead. Go Led Zeppelin. Let's start with a little bit of Led Zeppelin, right? Can you do Green River? Oh yeah, I can. All people were watching me. I'd love to be. That performance energy is so exciting. What are we talking about here? 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Oh, there it is. That's right. Great stuff, you know, great stuff. Let's think about a Zepp tune to really just hit real quick, you know? Michael Monk, good morning. Hi from India. Where are you from? I'm from the United States, Estados Unidos. Shukriya, shukriya. Deri dhanyavad. So you're from India. Are you from Punjab or what? Get the lead out, Unc. What are we thinking about for which tune? I've been thinking an awful lot about the Cheers theme song lately, you know. I'll have to make any way in the world today. Takes everything you got. We're gonna come back to that. Tangerine. Is it that one? Yeah, it is that one, isn't it? Rewaz, how are you, Jason? I'm pretty good, man. Better than some and worse than others. Queen, Guns N' Roses, absolutely. I've done a few of those tutorials here, Rewaz. Like we did a Sweet Child of Mine, a few tutorials. You know, we do a lot of that. Oh, you know what, Rewaz, you might like? If you go back and search through the channel, you might actually find, I have my like, my outdoor research hat on, and I'm on the beach, and I'm on the Atlantic Ocean, right on the beach, doing a tutorial of Sweet Child of Mine for acoustic guitar. So I bet you'd love that, you know. So if you do go check it out, right here in the channel, I have hundreds of instructional videos, and if you do go check it out and you watch it, if you wouldn't mind, can you please drop a comment on the video and let me know, just to inform us that you've been there and looked at it, and say, hey, I love the video, or give us a little feedback. And I'd like to learn a little bit more about what it is you want to learn. So where you think you would like to head, you know what I mean? So I really want to know about you a little bit more, and not you personally necessarily, you know, because the internet gets weird that way, but where you would like to go with your guitar learning. I'd love to be part of it, you know, so if you go check it out, please say hello over there too. Morning. Oh, Jill Bourgeois is on the air this morning. Morning. Saw some posts. Traveling this week, so I've been absent from the morning ritual. So Jill is talking about, if you're just dialing it in here, I don't know why I'm not warming up yet, but we're going to get there right off. This is super important. So Jill, our guitar sister right here, has been, I don't know where she is in the live chat, but obviously if I move my live chat around, you don't see what I'm seeing. So Jill is a guitar builder, and she built her first guitar, and she nicknamed it Kickstand. If you stick around, we're going to show you. She named it after, at least nicknamed it after an exercise that we do here in the morning ritual for guitar growth. So stick around. You're going to want to see this exercise. Kickstand, and take a look at the community posts page right here at Jason Carey Guitar on YouTube, and you can learn all about Jill's brand new guitar, hand built, beautiful beautiful work, just wonderful stuff. So Robbie Smith, yes, it is. All right, Stale Fish, good morning. Good morning. Said, I don't know who it is. Somebody said hi. My brother plays guitar. He's really good at it, but I play piano, and most of my family are the same. Mostly Crazy's back today. Good to have you back in the house, my friend. We have some beautiful guitar players here. Blackbird by the Beatles. Good. got to get this out of the system here. Brilliant song. What a brilliant piece of work. All right, time to get going. 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. Kickstand and Tweety, star of the show. Yeah, who named the guitar? Who named this guitar Tweety, right? Who named it? Put your hand up. Put your hand up. Go ahead. The very first guitar that I've ever owned that has a name has been named by someone right here in the live chat. I see Mark come on too. So fingers 1, 3, and 4, and we're just kind of working the old angles this morning, I suppose. So let's go ahead and see if I can get this correct. Right, here we go. Oh boy, we are so far ahead of the game this morning, aren't we? We are already talking about music, we're already playing music, we're already playing tunes that we know and love. So let's go ahead and just keep on this happy Friday trajectory. Hopefully everything remains happy and remains good and joyful. And Teach just put a clinic on how to play a blackbird. Yeah, it was a good one. Can you play Sweet Child of Mine? Yes, I can. I sent you a sketch. Robbie is indeed the namer of the guitar. Punk Bunny. Oh, I love that one. Can you do Chop Suey by System of a Down? Wow. Jeez, I haven't played that for a long time. Let me share something with you. Thank you so much for bringing that to our attention. I can play that, and I hope to. Let me just. So, first of all, welcome, Punk Bunny. And Sky is in the live chat. I really appreciate you saying hello, Sky. Getting close to being able to play my first song. Amen, brother. Amen. Sky's been here with us, like many others in the live chat, for a long time. What I've been doing this morning ritual for guitar growth. I've been doing this every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, and we're about ready to go to daylight savings. But that will change a little bit, so just be aware. Still be 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, and just kind of keep that in mind. And starting Monday. But we've all been here for the entire year so far of 2025. I have a question for you. What song do you think do you have any songs that you think are critically underrated? Quickly, let's see if I can do this. Rated. Well, let's see, I can't do this. What song do you think is critically, man, I feel like a Neanderthal, underrated? Let's do that. So let's try this one on for size. I'll park it over here so it doesn't kind of get totally in the way, but you can see what's going on. You could go ahead and answer the poll, click on the question if you want. Jill, I don't have one yet, but working on all that. Does Jill have a website? Yeah, Stale Fish. let's go ahead back in fingers 2 and 4 on frets 9 and 12. We'll continue on our morning ritual. And I'm from Nepal, Jason, and you, United States. Michael Meeks, The Wait, now we're talking, The Wait. What a beautiful song. Oh my gosh. Yeah, amen. Yeah, it is. Pulling Teeth by Green Day, I'm kind of underrated. Is kind of underrated. It is. Let me tell you a story about the El Casabel. Good morning. Yeah. Chop suey. So chop suey, I used to keep office hours and back in a previous lifetime, and I would teach, 7 days a week, 7, 8, 10 hours, 12 hours a day if I could, you know what I mean? I was just a bull in a china closet, and I was teaching a lot during that, when those tunes came out, and I had this one bass player who would just bring these things in, just wanted to like learn all of that stuff, and I remember thinking like, man, there's just so much great music in the planet, so much great music in the world, and it all deserves to be listened to. And I have a friend who's, he has such a large music catalog. He's a music writer, a music editor, and probably written a lot of things that for drummers that like the Beatles drummer, let's say like Neil Peart from Rush, all of the drummers that the great Jack DeJohnette, who just passed, God rest his soul, and these things. Well, Mr. Fish, the actual my good friend writer Mr. Fish, he actually has a music collection that we could start listening to it today and not have enough time to listen to all of it in one lifetime, and that's kind of a thing that's just a remarkable, it's his own personal collection, right? And that's just a mind-boggling situation that we find ourselves in. So there's a lot of great music out there. And how do we decide which music we listen to? How do we decide? Do we even make those decisions consciously? Yeah, I get up in the morning, I'm like, let's put some Dave Matthews on. Let's put some David Matthews on and see what happens, see what happens with the day. Let's go ahead and do this 1/4 exercise. So if you're just, The Wait by the band is a good one. If you're here, Michael, if you're still, I'm not sure if you're still here, but I do use a capo. Let me show you something really fun. But if you're still here, this is welcome to the morning ritual for guitar growth. This is what I do every day. This is my actual honest to goodness warm-up. And this is something I've been doing for a long time on the guitar. I've taught hundreds, probably, thousands, I guess, of guitar students and guitar friends who, some make health policy in DC, some, do neurosurgery, some actually hit the road. They play festivals like Burning Man, they play contra dances, they play the Warped Tour. I've had the privilege of teaching a lot of different kinds of musicians and which focus on the guitar. And so that's something that I have been doing a long time, and this is basically I'm doing this for free. I thought maybe I'm doing this every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. and this is legitimately my actual warm-up. So I'm starting with the 3 finger groupings. And this is what I'd like to do to keep my reflexes sort of going in the right direction. It's super easy to just let this perishable skill disappear. If you start looking at Mr. Pat Metheny, you may or may not like the genre that he's playing in, but this particular guitar player, Mr. Matheny, knows so many things on the guitar and has to keep fresh so many pieces of what he does that it takes him about 3 months to get through his entire practice sequence at practicing 8 hours of playing 8 hours a day. You know what I mean? So it's the maintenance of this becomes a sort of a big old snowball. Did I watch the Aha video yesterday? I absolutely did. Absolutely did. I watched it twice at least. I think I put it on my Apple Music. I'm an Apple Music subscriber because of the benefits and stuff. And I have access to a lot of that stuff. And I just let it, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and listen to a song multiple passes, and I'll listen to like the drums, and then I'll let it go through another pass. I'll listen to the guitars, and then I'll let it go through another pass, and I'll listen to the bass guitars and keyboards and the vocals, and then I'll really try to listen to the song as a whole. Talk about critically underrated songs, man. Take on Me, or yeah, right, Take on Me. What a great moment in music history. I'm glad you brought that back around. Today was going to be the day. Are you talking about Wonderwall? Did I miss something? If you have a capo, please don't play Wonderwall. Okay. That's what it was. All right. I did a Wonderwall video on my channel, and it didn't really do a whole lot. I was in England when that song was popping off, and I just really loved the song. For some reason, I don't know what it is, and just love the simplicity of the chord progressions, you know. Amit Nima, good morning. Amin Jinbad Bora Mediki. I wish I understood that, but thank you for being here, Amit. The SpongeBob SquarePants song. It is, yeah. All right, so we have this nice, we have a nice warm-up going. We have a nice thing going. Let's just keep it rolling and grab your guitar. I'm going to be here for another half hour, so you can grab your guitar. You can bring it and join us because it's fun. Why would we want to do anything other than play the guitar? First thing in the morning for me, I like to sit down with a guitar and play these finger warm-ups that, I've spent a long time, preparing my own students with these same skill sets. And then after this really starts to become a great asset. A huge asset to carry around with us and maintain over our years as guitar practitioners. So if you have goals, if you would like to become, number one, sort of a better person, I'll give you my goals for 2025. 2025 was a big year it's still a big year for me. This is, I'm going to hit 20,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I was on a trajectory to do it a couple weeks ago, but I kind of slowed it down a little bit. We ended up having to re-engineer our network architecture here at Jason Carey Guitar. It took a couple of weeks, and so we're just getting back into the swing of things. And the trick is, I don't know about you, but I want it all now. It's just one of those things. But you know as well as I know, that anything worth doing worth doing well is worth taking the time to do, right? And sometimes that can take weeks or months or years. It can even take multiple lifetimes if you kind of observe the way technology is handed down for like sword craftsmanship in the Japanese culture. It just goes a long time. And fortunately for you and me, we have something that we can practice over the span of an entire lifetime and just continue to get better and better at what we do. That's the trick, is just to continue and don't give up and just continue to perfect. Trees, I missed something here. All right, I have two guitars. My normal size one isn't with me right now, and I have a guitar with me, but my finger can only fit each fret. I sub, love helping YouTubers. I appreciate that, Punk Bunny. I love the handle, your YouTube handle too. Whistle's back. Whistle's back. We have a great little thing going on here. A small but mighty channel. You know what I mean? Small but mighty live chat. And Ames, good morning. Ames Thought, good morning. Great to see you here again. This is held for review. Let's go ahead. Do you know how to play the Buddy Holly? Yeah, right on. Yeah, love it. Yeah, love that. Love those guys. All right, so we're here on fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And right about this time, I'm typically, you know, top of the hour, I'm typically stretching, but I haven't really done a whole lot of warming up yet, so I'm just going to continue focusing. Let's get deep on this one. Let's go deep. And let's really focus on our breath and our posture. And we're seated properly. Our back is strong. Our bellies are strong. Our abdominal strength, our core strength is switched on. And I'm really focusing on my picking hand at the moment. So let's just focus on the picking hand. If you would join me, I'd really appreciate that. And we'll go ahead and keep this moving forward. Yes. Very cool. You know, careful of our dynamic approach. We don't want to blast the strings off the guitar. I mean, sometimes we do. And you know, I am wearing Kurt Mangan strings on this guitar today. And Mr. Mangan is a good friend, good old friend, and he owns a string winding plant in Colorado. So if you want to check him out, he does make custom strings, right? He hand winds all of this wire. It's all machine, but they're handmade. And all of the wire, the string wire is it's all American sourced, right? So it's a really interesting concept that he's got going on here, and they just sound and feel so good. And I just love these strings, you know. So here, let's go ahead and do the finger stretch. The fourth finger, same thing, but this time we'll stretch the fourth finger, won't we? So let's keep that moving. Raul McQuena, good morning, Raul. Character Punk Bunny, I love Green Day. I don't know what it is about Green Day. Just love their sound. Their sound is so kicking, just so hopping, you know. And just punchy, just so hard. It just slaps. It just slaps so hard. And I'm a huge fan of that. You know, I come from, you know, the Pantera sort of vulgar display of power, you know, Megadeth sort of symphony of destruction, countdown to extinction days, you know, that kind of stuff. And just love the record. Whenever you can make a quality song, number one, a song that slaps, and then you get engineers and recording engineers and studios that can record and capture those sounds and make those slap in a two-dimensional environment and a stereo environment. You know, what are the chances that humankind ever figured that out to begin with anyway? Just a beautiful thing to witness. And we have Raul here. Good morning, Raul. I really wanted to take a moment and welcome you back. It's so good to see you again. And Robbie Smith, look what the cat dragged in. Yeah, good to see you. All right, here's the moment. So here's Jill's guitar. This is Jill. If you go ahead and look back at my, I have to adjust myself because I don't like to, if I sit one way and then play one way, my torso is facing one way, and then I get workplace injury if I sit like my legs are going like this, my torso is going like this. I get workplace injury. So, and you will too if you don't correct it. So what I do is I move from this is my right lap. I'm a mirrored image right now because iPhone, even though I have the setting switched to mirror the selfie view, YouTube for some reason ignores that and it just won't ever transmit correctly. And I've been on the horn with my contact at YouTube and they're working on it. This stuff takes time and extra process. I don't know what happens, but anyway, this is my right leg. This is my left leg. I've been over here. Now I need to go over here and turn a little bit and just stretch out my situation so I can remain comfortable and then give my legs and torso, lower back, a little bit of a respite, a little bit of a break. So this is important. I also, unless I'm standing with a guitar, I try to keep the guitar away from my body a little bit just to kind of get it some breathing room, you know. All right, so here's the kickstand exercise, and this is Jill. Jill, if you go over to my channel, you're on my channel now, but if you go over to the community, like the posts tab later on, one of the top posts is a series of photographs of someone who comes and joins our live chat frequently. She's a guitar builder and just a wonderful, wonderful talent, and she's shared her first guitar with us, images of a little bit of a backstory to accompany it. And so we've just shared it. We've been working to share this for weeks, and finally it made it to the top. And we wanted to just make sure that we are supporting our sister in guitar. And she's just, she named the guitar after this exercise. We call it, her guitar is called Kickstand. So we take the 1, 2, 3, 4 exercise, and what we do is we're also working on stretching, right? Kind of continuity of tone, all this stuff. But that first finger, when you kick that back, we're going to kick it back and then stretch that first finger back. I kind of nicknamed the exercise the kickstand. And that sort of stuck, and it's still sticking, and now it's officially the name of a guitar, a custom-built guitar, and I'm sure it's very interesting. So anyway, let's go ahead and start with 1 E ended to T E end of faux E, and can you play "Wish You Were Here"? I can. Are you talking about the solo where he actually sings along with the solo? Is there a specific piece of it that you wanted to be observant of? I've always wanted to visit Nepal, you know what I mean? I really want to get there, and I travel around with some friends who get over there a lot more frequently than I do, and I really appreciate you being here with us. But this exercise is where the rubber meets the road. This is one of those things that we can take for granted, and if you're sticking around for a little bit, once I get back to the top of this exercise and take a minute to stretch, I'm going to share with you a free PDF. So if you do not yet have this PDF, you should go get it. It's free. This is something that you're going to need, and these are things that I've figured out over the span of decades on the guitar, and I've watched what works for my students and my friends and myself. And this is definitely a good start, and it's yours for free. All I have to do is go download it, and then by downloading it, I think you should also agree to get on the email list, because as 2026 starts rolling around, we're going to be starting to kick it up a notch. You know what I mean? We're just going to up the ante a little bit. Wizzle, I appreciate you asking how Tuckerman's doing, and he's almost, I think, knock on wood, I think he's about fully recovered. So he started running around the yard chasing ball and hanging out with the other two springers. So I think all is good, and I'm really hoping that all is good. So far, so good. So thank you very much for asking. I will also let my wife know that you mentioned that, and she'll be so pleased to know people are asking about our beloved pets, our beloved doggies. So here's the let's see, a free PDF binder. I would go get it if I were you. This is one of those things that you know, it could be life-changing for some, you know, and it's free. And I like to do these kinds of things because I know what it was like when I was sort of starting to come up, and I just wanted to absorb the entire the catalog of music of the world, and just so excited to do it. And if someone had told me then how important these warm-up exercises were in order for me, you know, how you get the, you know, you knock on the door and maybe it'll open. Well, this is that for me. This gives me access to anything, like absolutely anything I want to do, anytime I would like to do that. So it's yours, it's free. So go ahead and take advantage of that. So let's go ahead and just jump right back into, I could have said that while I stretched. Let's go ahead and stretch, shall we? Yes, all right. And I'm counting 4 bars here at 60 beats per minute. And this feels great. I haven't stretched yet at all today. Measure 2, 2, 3, 4, measure 3, 2, and I never say the whole word. Measure 4, 2, 3, 4. I have to train myself to say these short words or short syllables, because if I want to count and maintain a quality count at tempo, up to tempo, I will never be able to say 3 at 120 beats or 160 beats per minute. You know, so I've just got to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. So those things are valuable. Those things can do it. How much was that guitar? I like it. You know what? That's a great question. I like it a lot too. I got to admit. I mean, I was a little skeptical about the high pressure laminate, the Zirconi, but it does. I mean, this is like literally a tank. You know what I mean? But it sounds good and it plays good. It plays real good, and it's the Martin D, the X2E. You know, I think maybe I got a second or something. You know, because I don't know. You know, they shipped that, so it's unique to me, and you know, it's got a reasonably good top. There's no binding on it. You know, so they got to keep the cost down. It's like $600 or $700, but I'll tell you what, the electronics are worth 3 or 4, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know how the batteries in here, the plugs here, separate from usually you have an input jack, you know, that's too big for your strap, and it's just a big pain. And then there's some electronics up here that you can dial in your tone and volume, and then your phase switching and on and off. And then you have your reference down here where your tuner's like built right into the guitar. It's like, it's just crazy. Like, it's a wonderful guitar. And you know, it's good. When they marketed it, you know, about a year and a half ago, we talked about we talked about this guitar when I started doing this, you know, in like last October. We were starting this morning ritual for guitar growth, and I said, you know, this guitar is basically unknown, and then in the next 2 or 3 months, you know, you wait, because this guitar is going to be known. And then now, you know, Billy Strings has a model, you know, a DX2E model, and you know, it really is. It does fill a gap in the market. It's a very specific kind of guitar. It even has a phase switch in the electronics, so if you're having some feedback issues or whatever in the club, you can you know, push the phase inversion button and the feedback's gone. It's just a really cool instrument, and it sounds great plugged into, you know what I mean? But it feels good, plays good, real good. I would say, you know, I would buy another one. I would easily buy another one. I have another guitar coming next week that you're definitely going to want to stick around and check out. So I'm not sure, it should be ready next week. So these are handmade guitars, and check this out. I brought this out for you. Oh, watch out! There's a thing there. All right, I brought this out for you, Raul. Actually, you know, actually, I don't know. That's a good question, Robbie. I would love to have that kind of thing happen. So here's my Delphia. It's a Delphia. It's the fine classic guitars. It's model number 25. And it's seen better days, but I'll tell you what, this is the best 40 bucks. Oh, watch out. Jeez. This is the best 40 bucks I ever spent. And it's a little dusty. I just got it out the other day, and it really needs to be reconditioned. But I brought it out for you, Raul, because I know you've been working on some serious stuff on your channel, and I think I wanted to be able to kind of reflect on that a little bit, because you're putting a tremendous amount of work on your channel. I really appreciate it. Well, I'll tell you what, Robbie. After I win Winfield, you know what I mean. It'll be maybe there'll be a little more leverage there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I got my hands on the electric guitar. Bipeplia. Good morning. Good morning. So let's go ahead and what do we want to do to finish up the week? How high is the action? The action on this guitar is like, it's just like, it really is perfect. Like I do need to get another, saddle, because it keeps breaking the D strings. But it's a really cool guitar. I mean, you know, if I wanted to replace it, I would have to spend 800 bucks or whatever, you know what I mean? And, oh, the same guy I know who plays the guitar, he's the lead guitar player for the Elton John tribute band called Yellow Brick Road. I actually bought that guitar from him, now that I think of it. It's funny how all of this stuff sort of comes and goes, right? Yeah, very cool. Great. Are you still working on your studies, Bipeplia, or you completed your studies now? Hopefully everything's going well. Yesterday we started, you know, we ended the last 10 or 15 minutes, and I'd like to do something similar to that today. Creep. Oh, yeah. let's see if we can just do a lot of this with the B note in the bass. All right, so let's see what we got. We've got the G chord with the B in the bass, and then the B chord with the B in the bass, and then we have the C major 7 with the B in the bass, and then we have the C minor major 7. Maybe a minor major 9 would be better. So it's great to talk about that, because this leads us back to where we came from yesterday. We were talking about voicings and how voicings became known as voicings to guitar on the guitar. So we used to sing single note harmonies, not harmonies, single note chants. In cruce Domine, dona is requiem. And then, I don't know what more to say. In cruce Domine. We used to sing single note lines. We'll play a single note, and then we kind of stumbled on, we can play more than one note at a time, and then it was fifths. And then now we have this whole polyphonic approach to, if we have multiple notes together, we call them chords and all this stuff. So what we do is we want to take all of those voices that we would have sang in a chorus and arrange them all on the guitar. For example, that G chord from Creep could be easily the 5, the 3, and then the root note of the G chord. I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? We can move that around parallel. I don't belong here, 'cause I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. And that kind of thing sounds great when you're singing into a microphone loaded with reverb, or if you're in a cathedral doing that kind of thing. You can really just use those spaces or those microphones as an extension of your instrumentation, right? And so we have these beautiful voicings that, we could just play. The typical sort of, the G5 or the G, or we could lighten it up. Maybe we wanted to surprise our audience a little bit, and maybe just kind of use the 3, the root, and the 5. And then we stay there for the root, the 5, and the 3 of the B. And then we take that shape, the root 5, 3, which could also be fingered like that, root 5, 3. Move that up a half step to master our approach to the C chord. Then we need to go up to the root, or the flat 3, and the root and the 5. Because we don't need to stay B, goes up to C. We don't need to stay there and go to the to C minor, we could, but we could keep it moving from B. We can move up to the flat 3 in the bass, and then the root and the 5th on the top. And then we have the 5, 3 and root, and then the 3 root 5, root 5, 3, and then the root 5, 3, back to the place from whence we came. You could have just so much fun with it, right? You have some own stuff going on, Jason? Yes, I do. Yep. Creep by Radiohead, great tune, wonderful tune. Like the Pepley is still working on it. Things are going a-okay. I bet you're a 4.1 student. I hope you are. Whistle, Creep, good. My parents got me a classical, which means I now have to explain why I need 3 guitars since I bought an electric without them. Oh, yeah, I know that feeling. And sometimes you have to do what you have to do to advance your own career, right? And sometimes we end up having to tighten up our belt, you know, because we choose to buy the guitar instead of buying bread to feed our faces, you know. And I hope you act responsibly. That's all I can say. Patience and perseverance go a long way in this business, right? A long way. And a little bit of, you know, the capability of being a bull in a china closet and moving the dial when you need to move the dial, that also is a strong asset for guitar musicians in general. It's not a quality many of us have, you know what I mean? If you look at Mr. Joe Bonamassa, for example, he is just a titan. I don't know if you're following his world tour or not, his fall tour, US tour, but that man can play some blues guitar. He is just a blues riff machine. And so if you haven't heard his new album yet, you're gonna love it. And I would just check it out. I've been really just enjoying his playing. Joe Bonamassa, just give him a listen. You write something? I do write a lot of stuff. I have probably hundreds, 300-400 songs, and then I have another catalog. I actually own a publishing catalog, Raul. So I have, I don't know, probably 600 songs, I guess, sort of ready to go. If you're looking to play songs, you know, record certain kind of thing, we have access to all of that stuff. But I do really like to write, you know. Wizzle, thank you very much for the fire. I appreciate that. Long Gone by Mad Season. Yeah, that would be my answer to the question. Good answer to a good question. Saw Joe in Boston. Ellie, good morning. Very cool. He is just a titan, right? He's a titan, a blues titan. And if you're into like just taking care of that business with the guitar and just kind of laying it down, and you've got those horns that are just kind of like pushing and tight band, man, it's hard to imagine that you ever want to get off of the stage when you're capable of doing that. You know what I mean? What do you do when you get off of the stage? You know what I mean? You got to go for an 18-mile run to keep it going, right? Joe Bonamassa and Matteo Mancuso. Oh, yeah. Now you're talking, right? I know you know this. Yeah. you have vault mentality. Dare I dare I ask what that means? Oh, yeah. Chet Atkins had one of those too, right? Yeah, I know. I don't know if you've heard any of my original stuff, Raul. You might enjoy it. There's a song called "Wake the Kids." It's on my Rebirth album from 2013, and this is when I had a lot of really great musicians from people that we all know and love coming through my humble little studio, and if you end up listening to "Wake the Kids," you can find it right here at Jason J. Carey, Rebirth. It's a song called "Wake the Kids," and there's some Jim Hall sort of elements toward the end. But if you listen to that song, if you wouldn't mind, if you do listen, I would love to hear your take on it, Raul. And if you could drop me a comment on that video, "Wake the Kids." It was the vocal tracking was done at a whisper at 2 a.m. in the morning, and 2 a.m. And I had all of these. I was pulling 20-hour days, 7 days a week for 2 years. Then I was doing I was bulletproof, bombproof, and that song has always stuck with me as one of my most important songs. And I think you might appreciate it. And if you listen, I'd love to hear it. I've heard your song about Maine with Fish. I believe about a school massacre. Oh yeah. Yeah, we ended up, believe it or not, that song didn't get, what song one of the songs, we do a lot of that kind of stuff. You'd think that song would be all over front page news, but the one that we got front page news on, we got on front page above the fold, big splash image, was about leaving the flag, leaving the flag alone. I guess it's, no one likes to talk about the mental illness thing. And so Private Person, we ended up reimagining what it would be like to be Robert Card, the guy who actually walked into the bowling alley and started firing away on the deaf community. And try to put ourselves in his shoes, and it was a tremendously difficult process and a lengthy process. That one did get a lot of radio coverage and talk show coverage, but it didn't get above the fold on the newsprint. The flag song did, weird stuff. But if you want, I'd really love to hear your take on "Wake the Kids." And if you, not expecting a lot, but it's close to my heart, and just wanted to share it with you. Anyway, I'm keeping you way over. Our punk bunny, good morning. Yeah, we're just talking about some songs that I'd written with in my collaboration with Scott K. Fish. The modern, he's the managing editor for Modern Drummer magazine. I don't know if you've heard of that magazine or not, but I wrote a couple of several great songs with him, and just wanted to share "Wake the Kids." So. Yeah, okay, good. Happy Halloween, everybody. Yeah. Unreal and sad, yeah. Glad you're back, Punk Bunny. Reality is too uncomfortable for most people. It certainly is. It certainly is, my friend. And the guitar line and the vocal line was kind of like, I tried to model it on Private Person. We were thinking about, you know, the doo-wop singers, like just the guys on the stage and the girls in the suits, and you know, they're kind of like snapping and then twirling around, and you're right back, and just think like backline James Brown band, right? And then you mix that sort of background vocal with you know, ZZ Top sort of like vocal styling, you know, slurred out a little bit, like you're sort of like, you know, in a really disjunct state of being, and then you think about like Billy Gibbons guitar tones. You know, we were playing through the Axe FX3. I think we had one of those down here in Studio C here, and maybe, you know what? I think the guitar sound on Private Person was actually, some of the lead guitar parts were the Axe FX3, but the main guitar, rhythm guitar part was actually stock plugins in Logic Pro, right? Happy Halloween, everyone. Oh yeah, and thank you, M. Fish, for being here. It's time to close up the shop. Get going a little bit, but thank you so much all for being here, and it's really great to see some of you coming back. Check out Raul's channel. He's got a lot going on there, and you're gonna love it. Encouraging. Lex, thank you. I'll like to play it. Maybe I'll play it on Monday, and I wish you all a very happy, scary Halloween. And let's see if we can just hold on a second. If you're still here, Lex, I'm not sure. Private Person. Let's see if it comes up. Oh, it does come up. And here it is on Apple Music. It's a really cool, you can see the little X there, and this one definitely could use more legs. I don't know what you guys could do to help this one kind of get out there. Sharing it would be helpful, because it's really got that narrative that most of us don't like to talk about. And if you hear the song, you're definitely going to you'll understand what I'm talking about. But it'll probably take a little strength to be able to share it. Do you know what I mean? But have some fun with it. If you do listen, I'm always looking for feedback. And let me turn off this post here, this question mark. Thanks again for being here today. See you again Monday. Don't forget, daylight savings is coming. Oh, I can type it. Yeah, I will type it. Absolutely. So there are two songs that I would love to share with you. One is Private Person. So it's Jason J. Carey and Scott K. Fish. And you know Scott, he's the famous, he's the interviewer, the guy that did the famous like April 1st, 83, Neil Peart. It was a cover story in Modern Drummer magazine. So he was the managing editor for Modern Drummer magazine. So here's that one. And you're going to love that. That's definitely something that needs to be shared more. And then the other one I was wanting to share with you this morning was a song that I did in 2013 called Wake the Kids. And it's more appropriate now than it was then. It just, and this one's by Jason J. Carey on an album called Rebirth. And you can find it everywhere. Even, I would say, but anything that you listen to, I'm totally open to feedback, would love to hear what your thoughts are about these things. So that's about it for me today, I think. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I wish you the best. Now go do some good things, keep playing the guitar, and until we meet again, I wish